Hey everyone! Today I am sharing with you what we're doing for our nature study. In my last video, I went ahead and shared with you our science curriculum, and so our science curriculum, which is based off of Anna Comstock's Handbook of Nature Study, is also serving for science and nature study. It is just a perfect fit in that it goes through so many details about different science subjects from animals, insects, life, earth, just so many things in our beautiful creation. In today's video, I'm showing you how we took a subject and made it into our own nature study. Join me today. So to begin my nature study in my homeschool, what I do is I go ahead and begin with the foundational text. I will select my topic as we're going through the book, and for this topic that we're doing today, it was the black swallowtail butterfly. And what was so interesting about this one was right at the time that we were reading this, the children had actually seen a caterpillar in our garden, and it was on our parsley plant. And we were actually literally reading about these caterpillars feeding predominantly on parsley plants, and there we had it in our garden, which I'll show you in a little bit. So as I go through, I go ahead and just give a browsing of the topic, talking about the characteristics of the caterpillar, its habitat, what it prefers to eat, all about its metamorphosis, and the things that one can expect if they were to study them. From pupa, larval stages, of course, cocoons, into its transition over to a beautiful butterfly. I also go into the precautions that any of us should take about handling these beautiful creatures. If we were to have any handling of them, it would have to be done safely, because from what we are reading, we can actually damage the little hair-like projections on their wings, which make it difficult then for them to carry on in their normal fashion. So it's so important to give awareness and sensitivity to these beautiful creatures that we study. Ideally, we should just be observing them and not taking a handling of them. So we'll go through our study, and as you can see here, it also has some questions that you would want to go ahead and pose to your children, of course, tailoring it according to their age, and just using it as your stepping stone that they can then place in their journals and just give a nice summary from and answer some of the questions that you would like to focus on. The layout of this nature study book is really tailored for the teacher, and I really enjoy using it. In this case, by this time, we had already observed the caterpillar and even some of its eating habits all the way through as we observed it on our parsley plant in our own garden. So now is where I would come in and just do a little drawing on the board that I can then use as an inspiration for my children to do their own drawings, paintings, watercolor, or even some clay modeling if they chose. And then if there were any questions, we can go into anatomy, structure, function, and more detail from the illustration on the board, or if I had a diagram or so, I could then add that in. You can then even add in additional resources for the children to see really up close and personal, and even add in some wonderful storybooks that talk about insects and their life, and even some poetry as well if you have it. Really, you can make your nature study suit your needs and really broaden the horizons that you would normally not really get into if you hadn't done an observation such as this. Here the children are in our garden, and they actually went ahead and observed and took some video of what they were seeing. They always like to collect pictures and videos, and I definitely encourage it. We also have an app that we can identify insects with, and even plants, that I'll go ahead and link below, that has really been a great help in nature study. And now here we are working on our own drawing of our caterpillar using our own creativity and some tracing sheets to give us a little platform. So what we did was find a tracing sheet that we can use to kind of build the structure of the caterpillar, and then from there my children used their watercolor to go ahead and paint it in the way that they just enjoy seeing it and how they feel it looks to them, giving them their room to be creative and to go ahead and make their own creation from what they observe is so important. Not grading anything in their nature study, just allowing them to observe, to be outside, and then come back in and create something like this is so valuable. It's also beneficial if you go ahead and allow them to bring their sketching pads, their drawing notebooks, and their journal on with them outside or on a trail or in any journey that you're taking for nature study, so that they can document and record what they are seeing. I hope this video was helpful for you in at least giving you some ideas about ways you can incorporate nature study in your homeschool. There are so many different ways that you can enjoy being outside together and incorporating some of the fun things that your family likes to do, whether it be watercolor, adding poetry, beautiful literature, wonderful living books that give you even more information about the subject you are studying, and most importantly, really taking that time to spend together doing something fun and just enjoying all the beauty that there is outside. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below, and I look forward to meeting with you again, sharing with you all the different things that my family and I love to do in our homeschool and more. Until next time, do all you can to be more and more sustainable and be blessed.